Hello, hello. Welcome to Popcorn with Kristen. Today I will be reviewing. Okay, don't hop off the video yet. That was supposed to be a cue for Michael Jackson. I'm going to be reviewing Michael, the movie, and I just got back from the movie theaters, so that's why I am all in black and white. And I got that little bit of red, oh yeah, a little silver going on, and my hair is tied into like a little bun if it looks like there's nothing. But anyways, so overall, this movie blew me out of the waters, okay? In my honest opinion, it was just phenomenal. There really wasn't anything I didn't like about the movie, but all right, so let's get into it. So the actor who plays Michael Jackson is Michael Jackson's nephew, Jafar Jackson, which is Jermaine Jackson's son. And I thought that Jafar Jackson he did just an astonishing job of playing Michael. Apparently, when I was just doing a little research online, Jafar went into intensive training preparing to be Michael Jackson. Approximately like 2 years of training, like vocal, acting, the dancing. And I have to say, he, like, to the T, Michael. I am telling you, like, his voice, and they did an excellent job with his makeup, like, in different scenes, and just growing up and everything, and, oh, just so good, so good. I mean, no complaints with him playing Michael. I can't even imagine anyone better, like, and it's so cool that they kept it in the family, just, like, that's just so epic. Michael's nephew. I mean, I can't imagine how he felt, like, just playing Michael. That is just so, I have to say the movie overall was just so surreal. Like, okay, before I get into other things, first of all, the movie, it mainly covers Michael's, in the beginning, like, his childhood with the Jackson 5, and up until like kind of the late 80s with his rise of fame around like Thriller, Billie Jean, Bad and everything. So yeah, so that was like his highest peak, right, of fame. So that's mainly kind of what it covers, but there's just so much more that this movie offers. You're going to get a here and there family tension from the father, Michael Jackson's father, because he was really hard on the kids growing up. And my sister, actually, I watched it with my sister, and she kind of wanted to see a little more into the childhood, which I think they did a good amount of showing that when Michael was little and everything. That was kind of a lot of the beginning of the movie, but she felt like they could have went a little bit further, and I do agree in some way, but either way, I still felt like there was a good amount of his earlier life in the film. But then the rest is kind of like young adult and everything, and it takes you a lot. It's not just like in the studio, okay? In the studio, you're going to get a lot of vocals, just like music engineering, all that, but it's much more beyond that. Like the concerts, OMG, like it feels like you're literally like in the concert. So especially I watched it in IMAX, and I felt like I could just touch him. I was like it really feels like you're really in it with him. And I just forgot I was in the theaters, and I was like, I am with Michael Jackson right now. Like, it was just so surreal. And Jafar, like the dancing, the moonwalking, like just just everything. He just did a phenomenal job. Like, anyway, so, And also there is, you're gonna get like the music videos, a lot of behind the scene performances, like him preparing for dance scenes. More specifically, just like a lot of collaboration with like music managers and things like that. And I really liked, what I liked about this film was I really felt like they brought that side of Michael, the loving, caring spirit. I really felt his spirit, and I felt like God just brought him on this earth, and just for just inspirational. And that was just something I feel like I really needed in my life right now. This year has just been really rocky for me, and watching this film, it just, I think he just like brought me to life again. And it's just, it almost made me like really sad, because I'm like, he's not here with us physically, right? But his legacy, his just, his whole life, it's just, I don't know, like they say like no one can ever be Michael, like obviously, right? But it's just so crazy. It's like we'll never get that again, right? But I have to say, when I watched this film and Jafar like playing Michael, it like made it possible again. Like I was like, wow, I really felt like I was really truly watching Michael the entire time. And his voice, oh my gosh, like he sounded exactly like Michael. And it was really cool. I did some research, and it said online that they used a blend of Jafar's real voice mixed with Michael's. Because when I was watching some like of the singing parts in the film, I'm like, that kind of sounds like Jafar's voice. But yeah, he sounds very similar to Michael. It's really freaky. But anyways, so overall, and I just have to say, this is one of my favorite movies this year so far. It's definitely a must watch. I mean, I feel like not many people don't like Michael Jackson, so I just don't feel like this would be a film to say like, oh, that was like silly, or no, it was the bomb.com, okay? So anyways, I'm really stressing on it. It really was so good. It's if you're watching this video in the present time, like, go watch it in theaters. Like, you have to. I mean, to experience like the full like effect, it was truly astonishing. Whatever. Okay. Anyways, so all right. Now I want to say an icebreaker question. So, do you have a favorite Michael Jackson song? I mean, mine of all time is Smooth Criminal. I mean, you can't, I mean, to me, you can't beat Smooth Criminal. I just feel like that's his ultimate song. And then that thing where, I don't even know what you call it, but he goes like back like this, and he's like going forward like this, and like, OMG, that is just something like, I don't know, like he's like an alien, like so amazing. And you know what I have to say, I know earlier I touched on this, but like his spirit is just so rare. It reminds me of Jesus, actually. And it just, sometimes I wonder, like, I know Jesus, right? Like, obviously, like, God brought Jesus to this earth. But then I'm like, I don't know. Michael, like, reminds me of Jesus. Because yes, he had that high, like, fame, right? I mean, like, the most famous person ever to live, I feel like. But you know what a lot of people do with that fame, right? But with him, it was just so, and when I mean like Jesus, I mean so loving and caring, and he just loved animals and children, and he looked up to just children. I mean, children were his, I mean, the whole Neverland thing, I mean, I think it was a lot of like escape maybe from personal things he was feeling. So a lot of the movie I felt like I was like in Disneyland. Because they show a lot of his passion for animals and Neverland and things like that. Like, not a whole lot, but there are a lot of scenes where it does incorporate that. But and then it made me think of like Walt Disney and things like that. And anyway, so sorry, this video is getting kind of long, but I mean, I want to give it my all because Michael gave it his all, and it's like, it's just truly inspirational. So yeah, he definitely inspires me, and I think this is just something I really just needed in my life right now. I needed like a spirit boost or something, like just that inspiration, and Michael just really inspired the nation, like just the entire world. And it's just something that will just, I don't know, we may never have again as humans. It's kind of freaky. But yeah, that's why I always think, like, I really feel like Michael Jackson was truly a blessing here on this earth as a human. And I mean, obviously he's not perfect, no one's perfect, but yeah. So all right, and I guess I can ask one more icebreaker question. Like, who do you feel like inspires you? Like, who do you, like, it could be a family member, a friend, or I don't know, it could be an animal, you know, like, you know, it could be really anything. Or who or what inspires you. And I just feel like never lose that spark. Never lose, never. I remember his mother in the movie did say, like, shine your light, like, let it shine. And I think at the end of the day, when there's just so much darkness in this world, just lightness is just so powerful. And there's so, being good, being obedient, doing good, giving to others, being loving, like treating people as you treat yourself, like, that is just something that is worth living for. And I feel like that's just what he represented. So all right, well, this video is getting super long, and but anyways, if you enjoyed this review, feel free to give a like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, definitely go check this movie out. Like, or eventually if you end up watching at home, just watch it sometime in your life. Oh, and there is, well, shouldn't say there is, but because it hasn't been officially confirmed at this time that I'm filming this, but there's supposed to be a part 2 to the movie. And I think it's supposed to cover, like, I believe, like, the 2000s of his career, like early 2000s, late 90s, which I would love to see. Like, it's black, it's white. Okay. All right, but anyways, well, thank you for watching. If you stuck this long, like, watching this video, and till next time.